my beautiful lovelies, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another retro recipe. Today I'm going to be making Coca-Cola salad. Yes, a jello salad that uses the beloved Coca-Cola. Now many of you requested that I make this when it went viral on Twitter is where I first learned about it. Lizzie O'Leary, I will put a link to her account down below, and she found an old Southern cookbook and listed a bunch of salad recipes including the Coca-Cola salad, which is made of just 4 ingredients: Coca-Cola, cream cheese, orange Jell-O, and nuts. That sounds simple enough to me, and if you've missed my previous retro recipes, which includes lots of Jell-O and gelatin, it is a beautiful thing. Check out the playlist above and down below. Now, what I found most interesting about this recipe is that it states that it will separate into 3 different layers by itself. I love that auto separation. Yes, let's do this. So I already prepared the Jell-O, so let me walk you through the steps of what I've done already. So the recipe says to use 1 small package of cream cheese. So I used about 2/3 of a 8-ounce brick of cream cheese. Let that sit at room temperature so it's really soft. And then take 1 package of orange Jell-O and dust it over the top of that. Next, I took a fork and incorporated the Jell-O into the cream cheese. Then it says to take 1 10-ounce can of Coca-Cola, but Coca-Cola these days comes in a 12-ounce can, but I measured 10 ounces, and then you're going to bring this up to a boil. So pour in your hot Coca-Cola to your cream cheese Jell-O mixture, whisk that together, and you're also going to add a 1/2 cup of nuts. And in my case, I added a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. And then pour this into your mold, and then you're going to allow this to sit at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours. I suspect this has to do with the whole separation of ingredients. Not really sure. Then after you've let it sit on your counter for a couple hours, you're going to place this in the refrigerator and let it sit for several hours or overnight until the Jell-O has completely set up. And then you will have something like this. And here it is. Look at that shade of orange. Lovely, right? A very kind of 70s avocado-y orange color. So now we're ready to unmold this. Now, if you've seen my previous Jell-O unmolding videos, including the 7-Up Jell-O mold, I've had some difficulty, and many of you have chimed in saying I should use a hair dryer, but I think I'm just going to use the hot water method and just dunk it in the hot water a little bit longer than I normally do. So let me go grab my hot water. Ta-da! Just going to use just hot tap water. And this should be enough to kind of melt the gelatin and allow us to unmold it. Putting this in here. And not too far because we don't want to get water into the Jell-O mold. That was maybe about 10 seconds. 15 seconds. 20 seconds. Let's see. Let's dry the bottom off. Yes, I think that might be enough. I'm gonna take the plate, place it on here. Alrighty, here we go. Give this a little shunk. A little shunk. This is when the Jell-O is supposed to come out, right? Well, we've created a vacuum, right? So, oh, I heard some squish. So I think the trick is to shake it horizontally rather than vertically. Ooh, did you hear that? Ooh, I think I got it. Okay, let's see if it's separated into 3 layers. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Now, that unmolded beautifully, but I don't see 3 layers. Wow, that is a pretty horrendous color. It's kind of a salmon-y, very unnatural looking color. I guess that's what you get when you mix brown Coke and orange Jell-O. Oh, and white cream cheese. Get kind of an opaque, salmon-y color. Well, I hope when I cut this in cross-section that it'll be layered, but we'll see. Alrighty, so let's make this extra retro by adding our favorite retro garnish, parsley. Now this came fresh out of my garden, so I'm just gonna poke it around here. Oh, that one has little. So let's just do this. Oh, somebody was nibbling at my parsley. This just came out of my garden. I think my chickens got to this. Okay. Oh yeah, that's making it extra gorgeous now. Yes. This is making it look like a flower arrangement. So, Jell-O is really nice too. Push this kind of, oh yes, look at that. This is looking gorgeous. Now this is something you could bring to, you know, a family event or something. Look at that. Now, do I go crazy and put this all over? What do you say? Now it's looking like a wreath. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and taste this thing of absolute beauty. The salmon colored Coca-Cola salad. It trickles a bit, but not too much. I'm hoping that there might be 3 layers in here, but let's see. Ooh, okay, there's some nuts. Okay, feeling the nuts at the bottom, so the nuts definitely make a layer down below. Let's see. Oh. No, I don't see it separating into 3 layers. Do you? Look at that. So sadly, I don't see 3 layers. Look at that shade. I do see a nut layer, but this looks pretty homogeneous. But you gotta love that jiggle. Oh yeah, look at that. I love the jiggle of the Jell-O. Alrighty, let's give this abomination a taste. So, it does do the jiggle. And let's just do this. Itadakimasu. Initially I'm like, but it's actually not bad. So the first thing I taste is orange Jell-O, you know, that familiar gelatin flavor, artificial orange flavor. And then as you kind of let it melt in your mouth, you definitely get a sense of cream cheese dairy. Definitely some cream cheese tanginess in there. In terms of texture, it's that cool, familiar Jell-O melt away gel texture in your mouth, but then it's followed with these big kind of crunchy nuts at the bottom, which is odd because I don't usually associate those 2 textures together. I think in this case, pecans is a good choice. That kind of buttery flavor goes well with the cream cheese in there. Basically, this tastes like a Jell-O version of an orange creamsicle with a little bit of tanginess, which I'm going to presume comes from the acidity that is in the Coca-Cola. Oh yeah, and you've got nut chunks too. It's not bad. Not really my thing. I'm not a big Jell-O-y person, but if you grew up eating creamsicles or ambrosia or molded Jell-O salads, then this is totally up your alley, because I think even if you were to ask people, what do you think the secret ingredient is? I don't think you'd get many people saying Coca-Cola, because I certainly don't taste it. I think if anything, people would guess orange soda rather than Coca-Cola. But yeah, fun, novel, attractive. Not so sure about that. I wish it really separated into 3 layers. Maybe I overmixed it, or maybe I wasn't supposed to mix it as much. Don't really know. Coca-Cola salad experts, please do chime in below. Give me your wise experience, because I really would have liked this to separate into 3 layers as opposed to just, you know, a paltry 2. But yeah, there you have it, the Coca-Cola salad. Big thanks to all of you who suggested that I make this recipe. Let me know down in the comments below or on social media what other recipes you'd like to see me test out and try. Please share this video with your friends, follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Put the Jell-O down, okay.